God says, "Only 10 seconds left. I am trying to reach you, and you keep skipping." Don't hurt God by skipping again. Something unexpected is about to happen suddenly, and if you skip this now, you will regret for life. Right now, this very moment, something divine is trying to get your attention. This is not by accident. God says there are just 10 seconds standing between you and a shift that will change everything you thought you knew about your life. He is not distant. He is not silent. He is not far away. He is trying to reach you right now. He has been calling, but your heart has been distracted, your mind too busy, and your spirit too tired to notice. This isn't just another moment. This is a divine moment. It carries weight. It carries power, and if you walk away now, the sorrow of missing this could sit heavy on your heart for years to come. If you are here right now, it is because God placed this in your path, not to scare you, not to shame you, but to awaken you. You keep skipping the signs. You keep brushing off the nudges in your soul. You keep silencing the whisper of God when He calls you by name. But He has not stopped loving you. He has not given up. Even now He is reaching out with such deep mercy. He is saying, "My child, do not turn your face away again, because I have something for you that you cannot afford to miss." Your life is standing on the edge of something unexpected, something sudden, something you didn't see coming, but I saw it, and I want to cover you before it reaches your doorstep. Please comment "Amen" if you believe He is speaking to you right now. This may seem sudden to you, but heaven has been preparing this moment. This isn't just a passing feeling or a coincidence that you're hearing this now. This is a divine interruption, the kind that saves lives, the kind that shifts entire bloodlines, the kind that rewrites destinies. God sees how many times you've been broken and bent, and how many times you've covered it up and smiled anyway. He knows how often you've cried in silence, how often you've begged Him for a sign, and how tired you've become pretending you are okay. He has been trying to get through to you, but each time, you skip the moment and go back to the noise. But not this time. This time is different. God is pleading, not because He needs you, but because He deeply wants you to be safe, to be covered, to be led by Him. He says something is coming that will arrive without warning. It won't send a message ahead of time. It won't give you a countdown. But He sees it already. He is not sending fear into your heart, but preparation into your spirit. He is calling you to Him, because only in Him will you be held when the winds rise and the storm changes direction. There are doors you have been walking toward that look good from a distance, but behind them waits pain and confusion. And there are things you were about to give up on, not knowing that God had already prepared the breakthrough. That's why He says, don't skip this moment. You do not know what is about to happen, but He does. This is your moment to return. This is your moment to pause. This is your moment to let His love cover the places in you that you've kept hidden. You have no idea how much has been waiting on the other side of your yes. You don't know how many tears will be dried, how many battles will be cancelled, how many traps of the enemy will be destroyed if you stay and receive what God is trying to give you right now. His hands are full of mercy. His arms are wide open. He is not angry at you for skipping Him before, but He says, do not do it again, not now, because this moment has been marked in eternity for you. If this has reached your eyes and ears, then it has already been wrapped in divine timing. Someone else could have been here, but God made sure it was you. There are some storms that won't touch you, not because you are stronger than others, but because you are covered by the One who holds the winds in His hand. This is the shelter God is trying to bring you into before the unexpected reaches your door. This is not to stir panic. This is to stir faith, to awaken something deep inside that has been sleeping far too long. God has kept you through so much already, and He is not finished. His protection has been over you even in the seasons you thought He forgot you. His plans were still working when you were breaking. You are not forgotten. You are not rejected. You are not overlooked. You are not skipped over by heaven. You are chosen. You are marked. And the fact that this message found you is proof of that. He could have let you go on with your day, but He interrupted you on purpose, because He loves you with a love so deep it cannot be explained in words. So right now, give Him the attention He deserves. Do not break His heart by skipping again. Do not turn away from the one who kept you alive through nights you didn't think you'd survive. He was there when you whispered prayers no one else heard. He was near when you thought you were all alone. He is still here, right now, waiting for your heart to open. And He says, just 10 seconds. That's all. That's how close the moment is. Just 10 seconds between you and the turning point of your life. Just 10 seconds between who you used to be and who He is calling you to become. Just 10 seconds between missing it and receiving it. Just 10 seconds from regret or rejoicing. Let this moment reach deep into your soul. Let the presence of God quiet every fear and calm every storm that's been raging in your heart. This is not a message of fear. This is a message of rescue, of mercy, of deep, burning love. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Please, if this has stirred something in your spirit, take a second to like this video. Not because of me, but because it might reach someone else who is about to skip and miss what God has for them. This is a spiritual warning, but it is wrapped in the warmth of a Father's heart. You are not here by mistake. You are not late. You are not too far gone. You are right on time for what God is about to do in your life. The unexpected will come, but it will not destroy you, because the one who made the heavens and the earth is standing in front of you, blocking what the enemy meant for harm. You are covered. You are held. You are not alone. God has you, and He is not letting go. He wasn't trying to scare you. He was telling you the truth in love, because He knows how quickly everything can shift. Not in days, not in months, but in seconds. That's how fast one phone call, one accident, one open door, one closed opportunity can change a life. And if you don't pause to hear His voice now, the regret that follows can be unbearable. This isn't about religion. This is about rescue. This is about a father who watches his child walking toward danger while looking at everything else but him. It breaks God's heart when we keep skipping past the very moments He has handcrafted to save us, protect us, and lead us into greater purpose. Every time you skip the tug in your heart, you silence the whisper that could have led you out of pain. Every time you look away from His call, you run towards something that may not have grace to hold you. He is saying this now because He wants you back in His arms before anything unexpected reaches your path. Please comment 111. 1 if your spirit believes God is still trying to reach you before something shifts. You might not feel it, but angels are on assignment around you right now. You might not see it, but battles are being fought in the unseen just to get you to listen, to pause, to turn your heart toward the one who has never given up on you. This is a rescue moment. God doesn't send warnings because He is angry. He sends them because He is loving. He doesn't whisper because He is weak. He whispers because He is close. He has been close through every dark season, every hospital visit, every betrayal, every tear-soaked pillow. And now he is raising his voice gently, lovingly, urgently, saying, I need you to hear me before you miss what I'm about to do. You don't need more signs, you've already seen enough. You've had moments when you felt something bigger than yourself holding you up when you should have fallen. You've escaped things that should have broken you completely. You've survived situations that didn't make sense. That wasn't luck. That was God. That was His grace covering you, even when you weren't aware. That was His love preserving your name when others tried to bury your worth. And now He's saying, don't walk past this moment. Don't silence this voice. Don't skip this again. This is not a warning meant to paralyze you with fear. It is a call to awaken something deeper inside you. Because you are not ordinary. You are not disposable. You are not forgotten. Heaven has whispered your name and marked your life with purpose. You are part of a plan so much greater than what you've been settling for. But if you keep walking away from the voice that created you, you'll keep ending up in cycles that wear you down instead of build you up. God doesn't want you exhausted. He wants you restored. The truth is, the unexpected is not always bad. Sometimes it is the miracle you didn't see coming. But if you're not in alignment with God when it arrives, you'll miss the very thing you've been praying for. He is trying to get you ready. He is preparing your heart to receive what you asked for in secret. The promise is real, but the preparation is vital. That's why this moment matters. That's why God is reaching out again and again. He knows you better than you know yourself, and He knows when you're not truly okay. He knows when you're pretending to be strong. He sees beyond the smile. He hears the prayers you didn't have the strength to say out loud. Right now, you're standing on the edge of something unseen, and the difference between walking into it covered by God or walking into it alone is what you decide in this very moment. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. All God is asking is for you to stop skipping the sound of His voice, to lean in, to come closer, to let go of the things that have been pulling you away. To give Him your full attention for once, not just when you're afraid or in trouble. He wants your heart, not your performance. He wants your honesty, not your show. You are more loved than you know. You are more protected than you realize. You are more surrounded than you can see. And this urgency you feel is not random. It is God's Spirit calling your soul to attention. Something is shifting. Something is approaching. And God is not willing to let you walk into it without His hand firmly holding yours. He is your shelter, your shield, your strength. He is your peace in the chaos and your clarity in the confusion. He knows what's coming. You do not. And that is why it is so important that you listen now. Even if you've been numb, even if you've been distant, even if you've doubted, God still chooses you. He still says your name with tenderness. He still wraps you in mercy each morning. He still keeps the breath in your lungs. And He still believes that you can walk in the purpose He designed for you before you were ever born. That purpose cannot be destroyed by your mistakes. It cannot be cancelled by your pain. It cannot be erased by your past. But it can be delayed if you keep skipping the moments when God calls. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. So stop what you're doing for just a little longer. Let God speak into you again. Let His voice be the loudest in your life. Let His presence soften the places you've hardened. Let His power begin to break every chain you've grown used to carrying. You weren't born to live in fear, confusion, or spiritual numbness. You were born to carry light, to be a reflection of His love, and to walk with Him daily. And that walk starts with this decision to stay, to listen, and to receive what He is trying to pour into you. There's something you don't see yet, but God sees it clearly. And He is getting you ready, not because something bad is guaranteed to happen, but because He wants you rooted when the winds start to blow. He wants you full when the famine comes. He wants you built on solid rock, not sinking sand. This is the mercy of God in motion. This is what love looks like when heaven does everything possible to keep you from falling. You may not feel it yet, but the ground beneath your life is beginning to shift. The atmosphere around your name is changing. What has been still for so long is about to break open. And God is asking you to stay close to His voice before the unexpected arrives, so that when it does, you are not shaken. This is what the love of God looks like. He reaches down in your delay. He calls out to you in your hesitation. He whispers even when you're distracted. His pursuit of you is not weak or tired. It is steady. It is constant. He has been chasing your heart, even when your heart has been chasing everything else. He knows where you've wandered. He knows what you've battled. And still, He calls you worthy of His love. His grace has followed you into places you should have never been. His protection has covered you when you didn't even ask for it. And now, He's offering you something more, not just survival, but fullness. Not just protection, but transformation. Please comment 222 if you trust that He is preparing something for you right now, even if you can't see it. God's presence is not bound to a building or a moment of worship. His presence is with you now in your room, in your car, in your silence. And in His presence is everything you've been missing. Peace that cannot be stolen by circumstance. Joy that doesn't vanish when people walk away. Strength that holds you when you don't have the words to pray. You've been carrying so much on your own, and God is saying, I never asked you to do this without me. I never created you to fight battles alone. I never expected you to be perfect. I only wanted your heart. And yet, we keep running. We run to distractions, to empty voices, to things that promise comfort but leave us more broken than before. We skip the still, small voice because it doesn't always feel loud enough. But what if the very thing you've been crying out for is wrapped in the moment you keep skipping? What if the answers to your late-night prayers are found in the stillness you avoid? What if the shift you've been needing is hidden in the space where you let God speak uninterrupted? He is not waiting for you to fix everything. He is just waiting for you to turn around and come home. Because this world will keep pulling on you. It will keep shouting louder and louder, telling you to move on, to stay busy, to chase success, to look strong. But none of those things can heal what's broken on the inside. None of those things can quiet the storm in your spirit. Only God can. Only His voice can cut through the confusion. Only His presence can hold you steady when the unexpected comes crashing in. And that's why He is reaching for you again. Because something is approaching that you weren't planning for, but God was. He already went ahead of it. He already made a way through it. But if you walk into it without Him, it will feel heavier than it should. You don't need to know all the details. You don't need to figure everything out. You just need to trust that His timing is perfect and His intentions toward you are always good. So breathe. You're not running out of time. You're right on time for the rescue that God is trying to give you. The enemy wants you to skip this moment. He wants you to scroll past, to ignore the tug in your chest, to believe that this is just another message like the rest. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit feels the weight of this. It knows that something bigger is happening, something unseen but deeply felt. This is not just about today. This is about your future. about the generations that will come from your name, about the chains that will break when you finally decide not to skip God's voice anymore. Every battle you've been facing has tried to distract you from this one truth: you are still God's. No mistake has removed his hand from your life. No failure has made him change his mind about you. You have not wandered too far. You have not ruined your story. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still held. And if you could see what God has preserved for you, you would weep in gratitude. He has protected things you don't even know about yet. He has blocked attacks that never touched you. He has spoken your name in rooms you've never entered. That is the kind of love he gives. And now he says, listen, not later, not when you're ready, now, because time is moving and grace is flowing. And the place he's calling you into will not wait for you to feel worthy. You step into it not because you are ready, but because he is faithful. He will carry you into the next season. He will fight for you. He will light the path. You don't have to earn it. You just have to accept it. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. So, if your heart is beating faster right now, if your spirit feels like it's standing at the edge of something, that's not a coincidence. That's confirmation. God is near. The ground is shifting. Something is coming. And you are not going into it alone. He has gone before you. He will stand behind you. He will walk beside you. No matter what the world throws at you, God is your covering. He is your home. He is your hiding place. Let him in fully. Don't push him away again. Don't silence the soft voice that keeps showing up in your quiet moments. Let him speak into your soul. Let him reorder the chaos. Let him hold the weight you've been carrying. You were never meant to hold it all. He sees you trying to hold everyone together while you fall apart inside. He sees your strength, but he also sees your weariness. And he says, let me carry you now. You keep skipping, and each time you do, it hurts my heart, because I see what's coming and I know what you will need. The weight of this moment is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you. There is something about to break open, something sudden, something unexpected, and if you miss this covering, you will carry pain that could have been avoided. God has seen the struggle behind your smile. He has watched you pretend to be okay while carrying wounds that never healed properly. He has heard every silent cry you've let out in the middle of the night when no one else noticed you were breaking. You have been skipping the voice that wants to heal you. Not because you don't care, but because life has been too loud. You've been moving fast, surviving, trying to hold everything together while parts of your soul quietly fall apart. But God, in his mercy, has been walking behind you not to judge you, but to catch you when you fall. And now he is saying, don't skip me again. Please comment 333 to declare your faith in what he is doing right now. He is not far from you. He is not unreachable. He is right here, closer than your breath, and his eyes are full of compassion for you. He knows how tired you are. He knows how often you've been disappointed. He knows how many times you've believed something would change, only to be met with more silence. But this is not silence. This is the moment where heaven leans in and says, I am doing something new. I am interrupting your ordinary day with a holy encounter. I am calling your name again, not to remind you of your failures, but to show you that you are still wanted, still loved, still chosen. God's protection has been around you like an invisible wall. Even when you didn't acknowledge him, he still shielded you. Even when you made choices that pulled you further away, his mercy followed. You could have been lost. You could have been destroyed. But here you are, breathing, listening, feeling something shift inside you. That's God. That's His Spirit, stirring your soul to attention. He is whispering, "Return to me before the wave comes. Come to me before the doors close. Because what is ahead will not wait. You must be rooted now." The unexpected is not only about what's coming to disrupt, it's also about what's coming to bless. And if you are not spiritually awake when the blessing comes, you might mistake it for something ordinary. God says, "I have set aside miracles for you, answers for you, open doors that no one else can walk through but you. But if you keep skipping the pull of my presence, you will stand in front of a miracle and not recognize it. You will walk past a blessing and think it's just another moment. I want you to see clearly. I want your heart tuned in. That's why I'm calling you now, not later. You've been crying for clarity. You've been begging for breakthrough. You've been aching for change. And God is saying, "I hear you. But I cannot give you the new thing while you're still clinging to the old distractions. You can't hear me over the noise you've allowed to fill your mind. You've silenced the voice of God by listening too closely to the voice of fear. You've skipped divine direction by giving your attention to everything else but me. But this is your moment to turn around, to come back, to hear me again. Don't be afraid of what's coming. Be prepared. The enemy wants you to live in fear of the unknown, but God wants you to walk in faith for what's ahead. The one who knows the end from the beginning is already in your tomorrow. And He says, "Do not panic, my child. I have already made a way. But that way will not make sense if you are far from me. It will look confusing if you are not covered in my peace. The storm may come, but if I am in your boat, it will not sink. The fire may rise, but if I am walking with you, it will not consume you." There are people who won't understand why you suddenly start seeking God more seriously after this. They won't see what you saw. They won't feel what you feel, but that's okay, because this moment was meant for you. This encounter was carved out for your soul. You are the one God chose to awaken right now, because what's tied to your life is bigger than just you. There are generations in your bloodline that will be blessed because you listened to God today. There are chains that will break because you didn't skip the moment again. There are curses that will be silenced, trauma that will be healed, and peace that will finally return to your heart because you chose to stop and say, "Yes, Lord, I hear you." You don't need all the answers. You just need to follow His voice. And He's not hiding from you. He's been standing in the same place, waiting for you to turn around and come back. You don't have to earn His love. You don't have to prove anything. Just give Him your attention. Just let Him love you again. Let Him walk with you through this next chapter so that when the sudden shift happens, you are ready and not shaken. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. This is not just a message. This is your moment. Heaven is touching earth right now, right where you are. The veil between what you know and what God is doing is thinner than ever. And He is inviting you to cross over, to live in His presence, to walk in His promises. But you must choose to stay. You must choose to respond. You must choose to let go of skipping and start holding on to Him like your life depends on it, because it does. Let His presence fill the empty parts of you. Let His Spirit break every lie you've believed. Let His word become louder than your doubts. He is not finished with you, Not even close. What's coming is sudden, yes, but it will not destroy you. It will establish you. It will align you. You are not lost. You are being called closer, drawn in by the very heart of your Creator, who knows what lies ahead and refuses to let you walk into it without His protection and guidance. That's why He keeps reaching. That's why He keeps interrupting your day, your thoughts, your scrolling, because your soul matters more than your comfort, your future matters more than your distractions, and your peace matters more than your patterns of avoidance. Please comment 555 if you believe His presence is speaking to your spirit right now. What you are sensing is not random. That tightness in your chest, that stirring in your heart, that pause in your thoughts, it's the sound of heaven knocking. The suddenness that is coming has not been designed to harm you, but to position you. It may feel unexpected to you, but it is fully known by God. He's already in the middle of it. He's already walked through what you haven't even seen yet. And He is asking, pleading, urging you not to skip His voice again, not now, not when you are this close to a turning point that could heal so much. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. You've absorbed pain that never belonged to you. And because of it, you've moved through life with parts of your heart shut down, parts of your mind closed off, and parts of your soul disconnected. God is not angry at you for this. He is not condemning you. He is reaching with compassion because He knows what it will take to bring you back to life fully, deeply, and truly. And that's what He wants for you. Not survival, but freedom. Not escape, but transformation. Not just another day, but a new beginning. If you've been feeling empty, lost, confused, overwhelmed, or anxious, it's not because you're weak. It's because you've been trying to do too much without the one who created you. You've been running on empty while grace has been waiting right beside you, full and overflowing. You've been skipping the voice that holds the power to realign everything. And the cost of skipping Him isn't just spiritual. It affects your mind, your relationships, your decisions, your peace, and your purpose. God sees it all. He sees the missed opportunities. He sees the broken dreams. He sees the disappointment you've tried to cover with strength. And yet, He still says, I want you. Not the fixed version of you, not the perfect one, just you, here, now, as you are, because He knows that the moment you give Him your attention fully, everything else will begin to fall into its rightful place. That's why this moment matters. That's why it hurts Him when you skip it, because He knows what you're missing every time you do. You've been asking for signs, but the truth is, this is one of them. You've been hoping for confirmation, but the tug in your spirit is more than enough. You don't need to see the whole path to take the first step. God's light often comes one step at a time. He reveals just enough to build your faith, not your control. And right now, the light is here. His presence is here. His voice is speaking. You don't need to search anymore. You just need to surrender. This is not about becoming religious. This is not about pretending to be something you're not. This is about coming home to the one who has loved you without condition, carried you without complaint, and protected you without recognition. He has kept you through storms you didn't even feel because He blocked the full impact. He has answered prayers you forgot you prayed. He has opened doors you didn't realize were miracles in motion. And now He is saying, don't ignore me again. Don't shut your heart when I'm trying to pour my love into the deepest places of your pain. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified. Everything that was meant to destroy you is going to be the very thing I use to rebuild you, says the Lord. The tears you've cried are not wasted. The nights you couldn't sleep have not gone unnoticed. Every private battle has been seen by your Father, and He has not been passive. He has been preparing this very moment to lift you, to strengthen you, to restore what has been lost. There is no need to delay anymore. The more you wait, the more you postpone the healing your soul is crying out for. There are places in your heart that have become numb from disappointment, and God is ready to revive them. You were not created for numbness. You were created to feel His love, to walk in joy, to overflow with peace. You were created to live in communion with the One who made you. And that kind of life begins the moment you stop skipping and start surrendering. When the unexpected happens, and it will, you will either be shaken or you will be anchored. God wants you anchored. Not in people, not in plans, but in Him. Because when you're anchored in God, nothing can move you. Not loss, not rejection, not change, not chaos. When your heart is hidden in Him, no attack from the enemy can reach the core of who you are. He is your refuge. He is your defender. He is your strong tower in a world full of shifting ground. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. So let this be the moment you choose to hold tightly to His hand. Let this be the moment where you no longer silence the whisper that's been calling your name since before you were born. Let this be the moment that your heart finally says, "I'm listening. I'm not skipping anymore. I'm not letting distractions steal this divine interruption. Because I don't want to miss what God has been preparing just for me. Even now, angels are standing by. Heaven is witnessing your choice. God is ready to release what has been held back, not because He didn't want to give it, but because your heart wasn't in position to receive it. Now is the time. This is the hour. And now He's not just calling you, He's positioning you. You've stepped into something holy right now, something far deeper than emotion, something eternal. You're no longer on the edge of the moment. You are in it. And what you decide now will shape more than just your day. It will shape the course of your life. There are seasons when God whispers gently. Then there are moments like this, when the urgency in His voice fills the atmosphere, when every second carries the weight of eternity, when His love shows up not just to comfort, but to correct, to reroute, to shake loose everything in you that has settled for less. This is one of those moments. This is not routine. This is not background noise. This is divine rescue, and it has reached your door. You may not have realized it, but you've been on the verge of something, not just emotionally, but spiritually. The enemy has tried to cloud your mind, to drown your senses in worry, to distract your spirit with noise. But heaven is breaking through that fog now. Please comment 1212 if your heart is open to receive what God has been trying to give you. You've seen glimpses of the breakthrough. You've felt those little nudges in your spirit, reminders that God was not done, moments of peace that came out of nowhere, brief but powerful. But you've also been surrounded by pressures that made you question if God still hears you, pressures that pushed you to the edge of giving up, and through all of it, God was preparing this moment. A moment where everything that has been heavy on your chest begins to lift. Not because your circumstances suddenly disappear, but because your eyes finally lock with His. He's not mad at you for skipping Him. He's broken over it, yes, because He knows what you're missing, but His love has never been withdrawn. He sees the way you've tried to hold it together on the outside while falling apart on the inside. And He wants to meet you there in the real place, not the performance. He wants to be God over the pain, not just the parts you've polished. He wants to be Lord over the loneliness, not just the parts you show the world. You've been asking for peace, but peace isn't found in avoiding problems. Peace is found in being rooted in God no matter what the storm looks like. And that's what He's offering you now. Real peace, lasting peace. The kind that stays when things don't go your way. The kind that holds you up when answers don't come quickly. The kind that surrounds you like a shield when life comes at you without warning. What's coming isn't meant to break you. It's meant to bring you back into alignment. God is using everything, even the chaos, even the disappointment, even the delay, to pull your heart back to Him. That's why you're here. That's why this found you. Because He's not letting the unexpected destroy you. He's preparing you before it arrives. He's strengthening you from the inside out. So when it shows up, the shift, the change, the thing you weren't planning for, you will not fall apart. You will stand, because you will be standing on Him. Let Him anchor you. Let Him settle the war in your mind. Let Him fill the gaps that people and possessions and success could never fill. You don't need to chase comfort when you're already being held by the Comforter. You don't need to search for validation when heaven has already called you beloved. You don't need to prove your worth when the cross already did that for you. He knows the pressure. He knows the timeline you feel. He knows how hard it's been to keep hoping, to keep trusting, to keep praying when nothing seems to change. But God never moves based on how it seems. He moves based on what He knows. And He knows what's ahead. He knows what's being formed in the Spirit. He knows what's about to be released into your life. And that's why He's stopping you here, right now, to say, stay close. Don't skip me this time. You're going to need me more than you realize. He's not just saving you from danger. He's saving you from settling. He's pulling you out of cycles that numb your spirit, that keep you stuck, that drain your soul little by little. He's not just calling you into safety. He's calling you into purpose, into joy, into real healing, into peace that doesn't fade the moment life gets hard again. But to walk in that, you must stop skipping His voice. You must let the noise die down so the whisper of God can rise up again in your heart. There's a version of you that only God has seen, a healed you, a joyful you, a spiritually awakened you, a strong, confident, purpose-driven, Holy Spirit-filled version of you. And that person has been buried under years of stress, of disappointment, of spiritual fatigue. But God is uncovering that version now, not through striving, but through surrender, not by pushing harder, but by pausing to be still and let Him lead again. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. And make no mistake, He will lead you. He will not just visit you in emotional moments and leave you to figure life out. He wants to walk with you daily, to fight for you, to provide for you, to heal what no one else can touch. You've been trying to carry what only God can hold, and that's why you feel overwhelmed. That's why you feel like giving up some days. But here is the voice of the Lord telling you, I'm still here. I'm still offering to carry it. Let me be your strength. Let me be your answer. You don't have to keep living in survival mode. You don't have to wake up every day fighting to feel normal. You can live in peace. You can walk in clarity. You can rise in joy. But only if you let God be the one who leads. Only if you stop skipping these sacred moments and start treating them as the lifelines they are. Because this moment is not just a message, it's a doorway. And on the other side of it is the version of life you've been longing for. You've been holding so much for so long, holding your emotions in silence, holding your pain in private, holding your disappointments like hidden scars. And all this time, God has been waiting for you to simply let go, not to fall apart, but to fall into Him. There are no accidents in moments like this. God says again, I've been trying to reach you. And with each time you almost listened and then pulled away, His heart never turned cold. His love never stepped back. But He is making it clear now, this is not a time to delay. This is not a time to be passive with your soul. This is a time to lean in, to listen deeply, and to respond to the one who has always seen every part of you and loved you just the same. Please comment 777 if you believe His hand is on your life right now, even in the hidden places. You see, the unexpected thing that is coming doesn't just include trials, it also includes favor, promotion, and open doors. There are things you've prayed for that are about to arrive suddenly. But if your spirit isn't awake, you might walk past them without realizing they were answers sent from heaven. If you don't listen now, you may end up clinging to what is familiar and miss what is divine. God never brings warnings to scare, He brings them to prepare. Because when He sees your name tied to a sudden shift, He wants you covered and standing firm when it comes. You've been preparing for the wrong thing in some seasons. You've been guarding your heart against failure, against rejection, against disappointment. But you haven't been preparing your spirit to receive a blessing. You've braced yourself for more pain. But God is saying, open up and get ready for my goodness. But that goodness cannot rest on a distracted heart. It cannot sit on a soul that skips over sacred moments. What God is about to release into your life requires stillness. It requires readiness. It requires room in your heart. God never shows up empty-handed. Every time He enters a moment, He brings something with Him: healing, clarity, restoration, strength. But many miss it, not because God wasn't there, but because they were too quick to move on. They treated holy moments like background noise and sacred warnings like small suggestions. But God loves you too much to stay silent when your destiny is on the line. That's why you feel what you feel right now. That pull is not guilt. That stirring is not pressure. That is heaven calling your name again, saying, don't keep skipping this. He's not asking you to fix everything. He's not demanding perfection. He is just asking for your attention, for your heart, for a simple yes. That yes will become the doorway to everything He's already been preparing behind the scenes. God doesn't need more effort from you. He needs more surrender. You've tried to control things for so long that you've forgotten how it feels to rest in the presence of the one who already has every detail in His hand. He saw your future before your first breath. He knows what's coming before it ever reaches your day. And this is why He keeps repeating it. This is why the urgency hasn't faded. 10 seconds isn't just about time, it's about proximity. It's about how close everything truly is. The shift, the release, the open door, the attack, the breakthrough, it's all within reach. And what you do in these final seconds of your own delay will decide how you walk into that next part. Covered or exposed, ready or distracted, anchored or drifting. This moment is not an interruption, it is alignment. A realignment of your heart with the one who has always loved you best. He knows you've been tired. He knows you've been wounded. He knows how much you've given in silence and how little you've received in return. He knows about the prayers you didn't say out loud because you weren't sure He'd answer, but He heard the ones buried in your tears. He read the cries in your silence. And He never stopped moving because of your doubt. He kept reaching. He kept orchestrating. He kept preparing this very moment for you. Because His love doesn't leave when your faith is weak, it stands even closer. You don't have to make sense of everything, you just need to stay. Stay long enough for Him to settle your soul. Stay still enough for his voice to become louder than your fears. Stay quiet enough to hear his promises whispering again. You've gotten used to noise, but your spirit is desperate for stillness. You've gotten used to delay, but your destiny is craving motion. You've gotten used to skipping, but your healing is crying out for surrender. And here's the truth: the people around you may not know what God is doing in you. They may not feel the urgency. They may not understand the weight of what you're feeling, but this wasn't for them. This was for you. You've been chosen to receive this moment. You've been pulled aside by God's hand because He knows what's coming. He's not preparing you to survive. He's preparing you to lead, to carry peace in the chaos, to walk in favor while others crumble, to live rooted in Him while the world spins in confusion. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. But that kind of life isn't built in passing moments. It's built in surrendered ones. And this one right here is sacred. You can't afford to skip it. Not because God will stop loving you, He won't, but because what's coming could either draw you closer to Him or pull you into confusion if you're not grounded. You need His word more than your feelings. You need His promises more than your plans. You need His presence more than anything this world can offer. So take this seriously. Breathe this in deeply. Let God wrap Himself around your tired spirit. Let Him do what only He can do. The world may not pause for you, but heaven just did. And when heaven pauses, it's never empty. It always comes with purpose. This pause is sacred. This breath is holy. You are not being left behind. You are being called deeper. Let your soul respond. Let your spirit rise. Let this be the moment you never forget, the moment when you said, God, I'm done skipping. I'm done running. I'm done pretending. I'm yours, completely, fully, finally. Because the unexpected is not meant to undo you. It's meant to reveal the unshakable strength of the one who walks with you. You've made it through storms that should have crushed you. You've walked through fire that should have burned everything down. But here you are. Not because you had all the answers, but because grace kept showing up for you when you couldn't reach for it yourself. God's voice has not grown silent. His hand has not pulled away. His love has not shifted. And now, in this moment, He speaks again, with kindness, with urgency, and with a father's heart. He says there are only seconds left. Do not skip this. Do not drift away when you are this close to something sacred. This is not the moment to push past the tug in your spirit. This is the moment to stop and listen, because something is about to break open. Something you've been praying for is closer than you think, and the enemy's greatest tactic right now is distraction. If he can get you to scroll away, to check out, to assume this is just another voice, then you will miss what your spirit has been crying out for. Please comment 999 if you know deep inside that God is aligning something powerful in your life right now. You don't have to be in a church to hear from God. You don't need a pastor standing in front of you to know that God is speaking. He uses moments like these, quiet, personal, intimate encounters that come in the middle of your routine. That's how you know it's Him, because you weren't expecting it, but your soul feels the weight of it. That sudden stillness you feel now, that strange mix of peace and trembling, that is the presence of God coming near. You're not imagining this. You're not being overly emotional. You're being called. You're being covered. You're being drawn into safety before the winds change. God knows what's coming even when you don't. And He never speaks without purpose. He never calls without cause. If He's speaking now, It's because something is close. Something is moving in the atmosphere. And the only way you'll be able to stand through it is if you are standing in Him. You can't depend on your own strength this time. You've tried that already. You've exhausted your own wisdom. You've stretched your own peace to the breaking point. And yet, God still remains. Still steady. Still offering you refuge. You have no idea how many attacks were stopped because of God's covering. How many unseen battles were fought by angels on your behalf. How many plots of the enemy were cancelled without your awareness. You don't need to fear what's coming, not because it isn't real, but because God is. He is more real than the chaos. He is stronger than the storm. And when your life is anchored in Him, you can walk through sudden change and not be shaken. You can experience the unexpected and still have unshakable peace. But that kind of peace is not found in skipping sacred moments. It's not found in hurrying through His voice. It's found in stopping long enough to let Him fill the empty places, to let Him calm the spinning thoughts, to let Him speak louder than the noise. He doesn't just want to get your attention. He wants your affection. Not because He needs it to be God, but because you need it to be whole. You were not made to live halfway awake in your faith. You were not born to drift through life surviving but never thriving. You were created with divine intention, with eternal value, and your life is part of something so much bigger than what you see right now. There are assignments attached to your name. There are people tied to your obedience. There are doors that will open when you say yes, not just for you, but for others too. You have no idea how many lives will be impacted by your decision to stay with God when it would have been easier to skip Him one more time. God is not asking you to have it all together. He is simply asking for your heart. A heart that is willing to be led. A heart that is willing to trust again. A heart that is open to believing that maybe, just maybe, He really is as good as He says He is. And He is. He is better. He is kinder. He is closer. He is more faithful than anyone else has ever been to you. And He will not stop calling until you understand just how deeply you are loved. That love is not shallow. It's not based on your performance. It's not fragile. It's not earned. It's fierce. It's steady. It is the reason you are still here. Because that love chased you through heartbreak. It covered you through betrayal. It kept you from losing your mind when you felt like giving up. And now, that same love is standing at the edge of your heart, knocking gently but firmly, saying, "Let me in. Stay with me. Don't skip this again. You don't have to be afraid of what's ahead." God is not afraid of your weakness. He's not surprised by your doubt. He's not disappointed by your struggles. He's a healer. He's a restorer. He's the one who brings beauty out of brokenness. And right now, He is offering you something the world cannot give: security in the middle of change, hope in the middle of confusion, strength in the middle of sorrow. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. This next season of your life will not be built on performance. It will be built on presence, His presence. And the ones who stand strong in what's coming are not those who have everything figured out. They are the ones who are rooted. They are the ones who stay when others run. They are the ones who press in when it's easier to pull away. They are the ones who say, "Lord, I don't understand everything, but I won't let go of you." Let that be your prayer now. Let that be your position. Hold on to Him with everything in you. Turn off the noise, silence the doubts, and make room for the Spirit of God to speak clearly again. Because the moment you are in is not casual. It is divine. It is soaked in eternal purpose. And if you stay in it, if you choose not to skip, you will look back one day and see this as the moment everything began to shift. This is more than a moment. This is a rescue. This is a divine reset. You've come through too much to keep skipping what your soul really needs. You've heard too many voices, carried too many expectations, and poured yourself out until you had nothing left. But God never created you to live drained. He created you to live filled with His Spirit, His strength, His direction, and His peace. That is what He's offering you now, in this moment, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. His hand is stretched toward you again, not to punish you, but to pull you up. You don't need to climb your way to Him. You just need to reach back. Please comment 1010 if you believe God is lifting you into a new beginning even now. There is something about surrender that breaks chains, not because you figured everything out, but because you finally stopped trying to carry it all. The weight of the world was never meant to be on your shoulders. The pressure to fix what you didn't break, to be strong when you're tired, to smile when your heart aches, all of that is too heavy, and God never asked you to carry it. He has been calling you to rest in Him, not run yourself dry. And this, right here, this moment of stillness, is His invitation for you to exhale, to lay down your weapons, to admit you don't have to be everything for everyone. He knows how hard it's been. He knows how many times you said you were okay when you weren't. He knows the inner battles you've fought silently, the fears that woke you up at night, the guilt you carried for things that were never yours to hold. He knows. And He still wants you. Not just the good parts, but all of you. He's not overwhelmed by your pain. He's not intimidated by your past. He's not tired of your tears. In fact, He keeps every one of them. Every tear you've cried has been seen. Every prayer you whispered, hoping He'd hear, has reached His heart. And this moment right now, is His answer.